25th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now,
Yeah.
Black Ink Radio.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back. We are back. We are back. Welcome to Black Ink motherfucking. I hate cursing because, you know, that messes up. Whatever. Welcome to Black Ink Radio. You feel me? We got a special guest in the building. Y'all give it up for ELIJAH2X.
Give it up.
ELIJAH2X in this building. What's up?
Oh man, you already know. I know I've been MIA for a long time, but we back.
We back.
Yeah.
We back. The Mace song. We back. We back. Elijah.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, man? I ain't never had you in the hot seat, so you know I need these people to know what's going on, man. You know, I just want to give you a little backstory. So I met Elijah. You know what I'm saying? He was coming to he came to the Touch the Mic Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? We was doing our Thug Thizzle. Elijah is a very energetic. Listen, this dude. Y'all gonna see for yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But he's a dope artist. But he's also very dedicated. He's also very, very straightforward about what he wants. He's from Philly, so you already know how that go when the dude's from Philly. You're gonna hear it in his voice. So he's a dope artist, man, and he's somebody that I believe in at this point after seeing the growth and seeing the way he came up, and it's just like, shout out to motherfucking Elijah, man.
Yes,
That's just it, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
word. So Elijah, what's up, man?
Man, ain't nothing, man. I feel like, I've been wasting time, procrastinating. Man, have a lot of stuff going on, but I feel like, bro, it's like now or never. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that I see, progressing and they not really even putting that work in, and I'm not hating on nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say nobody deserve it, but I be feeling like, they playing with it. You get what I'm saying? They not really putting the effort in, like, this is what they really want to do. They just doing something and people just going along with the hype. And I feel like, damn, if them niggas can get it, I gotta stop playing. Like, I gotta show people, like, put me in the mix. Like, you know what I'm saying? Put me in rotation too. And I feel
put me in, coach.
When I step in, facts. Like, when I step in, I feel like people start hearing the difference. Like, I shake the room. I make shit different. You know what I'm saying?
You be having the room ready.
Bro, I tell you, listen, I went to a lot of little performances, whatever, you know what I mean? People was there, and you'll see people performing, everybody, be joining all that. I come by myself, you know what I'm saying? And when I come by myself and I do what I do, I get that respect, though. You know what I mean? People feeling like, damn, like, well, he really it.
You definitely do, though.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got to come with 50 million people or whatever, and I felt like I came down there, it was a lot of shiesty. Like, I just did 7 in prison. You feel what I'm saying? I've been home about 4 years now, and, me being from my city, like, we look at, nigga, you got talent. If you don't, you trash. That's it. Everybody gonna tell you. But it felt like when I came down here, it wasn't about talent. You know what I mean? It was a lot about, like, who you know, how many people you bringing at that time. Like, and I ain't really like that, because I felt like my talent was being overlooked. You get what I'm saying? So, I kind of was like, all right, man, F that. But when I start coming back in the mix and I start saying F it and just going full throttle, I started getting my respect, even though I step in by myself. So I might not do the little contest and win the little couple dollars because I brought 50 motherfuckers in here. But what I did get out of it, I got network, I got connections, I got real respect, I got people want to do collabs with me and all that. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, bro, I got to start respecting myself on that level and stand on it. You get what I'm saying?
But you did win a contest out here though, right?
Yeah, but remember it came down to the end, the final end, it came down to the crowd. And the person had more people than me.
Gotcha.
So I lost due to that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm not even going to say I lost. They just won.
They won due to crowd participation. So they were from here.
That was it because of the people. But other than that, I even advanced farther than people who had people there. But when it came down to that final, it was the crowd had to do what they had to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could not discriminate against that. Like, this is. I gotta get with the program. I gotta understand what's going on, and then I gotta maneuver how I maneuver.
Gotcha.
And then that's what I've been doing. You feel what I'm saying? I've been getting a lot of respect off of that.
Quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
So you're very energetic.
Yes.
A lot of positivity, a lot of energy. Where do you draw that energy from?
From my life, like, people don't really understand half of the stuff that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna talk too much about it here, but I'm gonna let people know, like, I was on my own since I was 13.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't had nobody take care of me doing whatever like that. Like, I had two decisions. I had to decide whether I want to live or whether I was going to die.
Period.
And if I was going to live, I had to do what I had to do to survive. You get what I'm saying? Being in Philly by myself and I'm young. So
Period.
I got immune to just violence and, everything like that. Selling work, doing this. I was selling crack when I was 12. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like that lifestyle that I done got into. It became like the fuel for me that I knew where I wanted to get to, but I was getting consumed in all the stuff that I felt like I had to do. You know what I'm saying? Then I start becoming a product of my environment. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when I express it in the music, it's because I have no other outlet. You know what I'm saying? I have nobody to talk to about it. Like, people don't understand, so it's like you talk to yourself. And when I sit and I talk to the instrumentals, I talk to the beats, and I talk to myself, then I create these songs. And then when I'm performing or I'm expressing this, I'm reliving that same trial that I'm speaking about. Like, I know that I'm speaking something for real. See, and a lot of people, they just want to say stuff to sound good. And it's like, I'll do this, or, selling this, or sleeping on the floor with rats and roses, when you ain't even had that life. So that be my problem, bro. When I'm talking about that energy is coming from me really remembering when I had to go through that, when I really had to do that. So when I'm expressing that, I'm telling you that I'm serious. But I see a lot of people get to play nowadays because, I guess it's just entertainment.
A lot of things are entertainment, but I think that people recognize genuine things. So that's what makes you stand out. You know what I mean? Because when you're genuine, it really separates the two. What do you think, Mo?
I think that when you genuine, it does separate. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that you have to realize, you got to realize when you in a situation where, like you said in the beginning, right? You said somebody brought more of a crowd. Somebody brought, they might have had more of a following. You just came out here, you don't know nobody. You can't bring nobody out, right? But the whole thing about that is you got to realize when you in a what's it called?
Environment.
Well, an environment is a good word.
Setting,
when you're in an environment, it's another word. It starts with a geographic. We're in a geographic where that's the thing. You understand what I'm saying? Atlanta is very oversaturated. Everybody's a star. Yes. Everybody's an artist.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're in that space and everybody's trying to eat out here, what the promoter wants is for you to bring them some money.
Exactly.
So they're not worried about your talent.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What made what I was doing different, you know what I'm saying, touch the mic Tuesdays, touch the pole Tuesdays, shout out to Waleed. What made what I was doing different was it was about the talent. It wasn't about nothing else.
Exactly.
I ain't give a fuck how many niggas you brought there.
Exactly.
I was trying to explain that if you brought more people to help you, but it wasn't about that. It was about the talent. So you got to understand that, when you in a demographic like that you got to either fit in with the demographic or do the damn thing, and somebody gonna notice it.
Exactly.
Somebody like what happened with us. Somebody gonna notice it. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't exactly win when you should have.
Yes.
But you got more out of it than a lot of them niggas who won.
And that's what I'm trying to tell people. Like, just because you may not win what is in front of you, don't mean you don't win a bigger prize. And I felt like I wasn't sour about nothing, because I felt like you can win this little, couple little drinks or whatever, and a little shine up front or whatever. But I feel like I get more on the back end.
You do.
You get what I'm saying?
But it's proof in the pudding. Yeah.
And I felt like there was so many people who came up to me, so many like connects and all that. Like, people was really vibing with me, and from there, I was put in situations where I done made some bread off of it. You know what I'm saying? I done did this and I done did that. I made connections off of it, and I got more than what they probably wanted at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because the only people that was rooting for them and all that stuff is the people that they brought with them.
Right.
I didn't bring nobody, and I left with people.
That means it's organic.
You gained.
I gained people.
You gained their people.
Yes, and they just.
So you want to bring 1 million people. I gained your people.
Yes,
like
so
that's what happened.
I was fine with that, bro. Like, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna be Mr. Solo every time. Then you get what I'm saying? Because I know my talent gonna speak for itself. And while everybody trying to please the entire room, I'm trying to look and pinpoint the ones who's important.
Touch
you get what I'm
hearts
saying?
and minds, yeah.
Because it's like, listen, it might be 1,000 people in this room, but after you leave here, they gonna forget about you. But this person right here, this would be the person that when you leave, this is one that's going to propel you. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not worrying about if, I got the 999 people going hype or whatever because I brought them or whatever. That's cool too, whatever, you know. But guess what? At the end of the day, this one person, if he the important person and he don't really feel it and he don't like it, then you just out here just performing and just being like everybody else. See, the difference is when I came out here and I turned shit up and I did what I had to do, that important person knew we
recognized.
We recognized.
That's a fact.
And that's what I stuck with. And then guess what? After that, I was put into another show. And then I did this. Then I opened up. Listen, I wound up performing one time and I was so pissed off about seeing that happen to me or whatever. And then I was like, man, this some BS. Da, da, da. So I didn't win. I don't know how much it was or whatever. But the person from there connected with me, put me in a situation with somebody to talk to. I spit in front of them solo behind closed door. They was messing with me so much. I wound up doing a birthday party for they folks, a big event. Last minute, they like, yo, could you perform? I'm like, damn, what is it? They like, it's a graduation, birthday joint, celebration, And I'm like, bro, I ain't never did that, but all right, cool, what you want me to do? They like, just, make up a song for the joint. So I was like, cool. Listen, I done did hosting before, so I can go ahead and do that. I did my thing or whatever, made some bread, and did a couple more joints at that, and I made a whole lot of money. And I was like, damn, this was off of me spending a little $10, $20 that I felt like I got gypped for.
Right, but it
But
came
at
out
the
in
end
the
of
long
the
run.
day, that money, because I came there and I connected with the people that I had to, the important people, I ended up making a shit ton more money off of that.
Let me tell you something.
Exactly.
Let me tell you something. At you get to a certain age where we used to go to shows at a certain age, and it'd be literally 70 of us. Yeah. 70 dudes.
70.
You know what I mean? All colors, all kind of stuff. Roaming through the door. We taking the competition because we 70 deep.
Right.
So it don't even matter. Your job is to win the hearts and minds of the other people, right? At this certain age that we at, not saying, you still young, but you're not supposed to be rolling with 10, 20, 30 niggas. You're supposed to be able to come in and hold it down by yourself like you do and make your own network. So we salute you for that, bro. We recognize those things. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I mean, you listen, you want to come in with 60, 70 niggas.
You can.
But if you can. And the thing is, if we didn't have talent, coming in with that many niggas, it still set a mark.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is you gotta be able to do that shit with or without that 60,
Exactly.
Right, because what if you whack with 60 or
saying?
70 niggas?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
What if you are whack?
But the thing about it is, right, what I start seeing now in the culture, right, the whack motherfuckers, just because they got people that Joe them and dick eat them, like I'm from Philly, so I don't know
I
people.
know Joe is. My son from
and people who ain't from there, they probably understand. But if people,
Acting old
just
Joe.
Being Joe on them and shit and dick eating them, it's just like the masses on the outside is gonna be like, I guess he's
that's the
cool.
shit, yeah.
That's what's popping or that's what's popular. That's why I never understood and could follow the trends. I don't like all that what people try to find was trendy and all that. Like, bro, I never been on that because you just telling me that I can't have my own brain and I can't have my own thought process and my own mindset, that I gotta sit here and find what you like.
I gotta like
and then
what
I gotta
you
like what you like, or what he like. I gotta like what he like, or if him and his group like this and everybody like it, I have to like this too.
Right.
If I'm not, I'm not cool.
Yeah.
Bro, I always went the opposite way, and that made me stand out. That people like, damn, this boy got the balls to stand out and do the opposite or whatever. Y'all want to wear these designers or whatever like that. You know what I mean? We gonna wear our own shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wear this or whatever. I'm gonna wear what I feel comfortable in, what I look nice in. See, now I'm maneuvering better.
Right.
And then people will see my confidence is better than his. He can have Dior drip. But guess what? He feel like he trying to fit in. He feel like a weirdo. He feel like he trying to be like everybody else. everybody see me, I'm being like me, and that make them want to be like me too.
Let's talk about stage performance and stage presence, right?
Yes,
Because we were judges and we did all that. We actually analyze and watch how, you perform and how you work the crowd. There's a big issue with a lot of artists that don't have that experience.
Facts.
You actually know how to work the crowd, interact with the people, and do all that. Where'd you get that from?
I say it come from just like knowing yourself and understanding yourself and caring about yourself. And what I mean when I say that is like too many people want recognition and want to care about what other people think, and they want to please everybody else, and they only feel good about themselves if other people feel like that towards them. Me, I ain't never cared what nobody think. You get what I'm saying? I never cared if nobody liked me. I never cared nobody liked what I was doing. I never cared nobody liked what I was wearing, whatever. I liked it, so I did it. I liked it, I felt good. And I was able to sustain that by myself, being on my own. You get what I'm saying? So the biggest thing was that when you go out here, you got to know you. You get what I'm saying? Too many people sitting out here trying to find an identity. You know what I mean? They go ahead and perform or whatever the case may be, and then they look to the people. Do y'all like it? Did you like it? Was it good? If you know what you got to stand on that. And I used to fail. I'm not gonna lie, because when I used to go be rapping or whatever, right, in front of people or whatever,
Facts.
it used to be times where it was like ciphers going on and all that, and I'm like, damn, I want to get in that, and I jump into the ciphers, and other people don't want to rap no more.
I've done that.
And I'm like, but me, I'm looking like I'm not, I didn't think, that I was making a problem. I'm like, damn, I like this. Everybody, let's keep on going. And then they be like, nah, you can go again. Then I go again. I'm like, all right, I'm fitting, I'm doing this shit, whatever, but I'm killing it. I want to hear everybody else. I love this.
Right.
And then everybody like, nah, we good. I ain't gonna rap no more. No, I'm
I'm good.
listening.
I ain't gonna rap no more.
Yeah, so I be like, what's happening? Then I learned over time. I said, damn, I'm crushing people's dreams. I'm making people feel bad. So I start caring about, other people feelings and stuff like that. So now when I go into the cypher, people like, oh, yo, you rap or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. I try to downplay myself or whatever. They, go ahead rap. And I be like, nah, I'm cool. I ain't going to rap or whatever. Nah, I'm going to fall back. Because I didn't want to hurt other people's feelings.
Give niggas a chance, yeah.
Yeah, because I wanted everybody to enjoy it. I try to be for everybody. But then I start learning. When you start downgrading yourself and putting yourself down, then everybody start looking at you that way. Then everybody start treating you that way. But when you carry yourself right and you carry yourself at a high standard, the people got no choice but to treat you how you represent yourself. So I start, man, fuck, man, listen, I know I'm hot. I'm going to carry it like that. And then if you feel bad, if you feel bad, that's on you. That's not my fault. So I start burning shit down, and I stopped giving a fuck about how anybody feel. I just did what I did, and then you had no choice but to fuck with me or don't.
Let me ask you a question.
Facts, nigga. I love that.
Philly, right?
Yeah.
Me and Rich Mo spent a lot of time in PA. I got a lot of family from Philly. My son is from PA. There's a lot of spitters.
Yes, very much so.
In Philly. A lot. Like, I've ran into people's aunties that got bars.
Yes, exactly.
Right? So, what was it that actually hit you one day to say, I want to take part of this thing? I got bars too. Like, because it's not just like life and songs. You got to step out your block out there and have something ready for whoever's at the store, at the poppy store, right?
Exactly. So you know what's funny though? Believe it or not, people be confused by this shit. But do you know, I never tried to purposely do music. I never tried to purposely do music. I started music when I was 6 years old, right?
Okay.
And I used to always get abused, beat, and all this other shit going on, whatever like that. I got in trouble by everything. If somebody else did something, I get in trouble for. So it was just like, even when I talk and I'm talking with aggression, whatever, that's just because I'm from Philly, this is how I talk. But, it was more embedded in me than my siblings or whatever. So when I do it, it's always like, since I'm outside fighting and I'm doing whatever like that, everything is taken as I got an anger problem. I'm too aggressive. I'm being mean or whatever. So, You know, even when my mom used to talk to me like, and I'm talking back or whatever, she take it as I'm being disrespectful or I'm rowdy or I'm trying to fight. Like, who you putting your hands up at? And I'm like, I'm talking. I'm just regular talking.
Right,
you just taking it that way.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else you want me to talk. This is how I talk. So it's like, you know, people like, just put your hands to your side and all. Like, I can't. I feel dumb. I can't even focus on talking to you because I'm too focused on trying to keep my fucking arms down and shit.
Right.
So I couldn't talk to nobody. So I started talking to myself. And
that's deep.
I used to have conversations with myself. I used to like lock in the room by myself, and I swear I had the most fun by myself. Like, you know what I mean? I'm laughing, cracking up, talking shit. I'm figuring out, you know, answers to this and that. Like, I'm just having times. And then sometimes I'm like, man, I need to just write this shit down, right? And then I go to write it down though, but when I first went to write it down, it felt like a diary. And I'm like, nah, that's gay. That's girly shit. I can't write no diary.
That's gay. It's girly shit.
Facts. And I'm like, bro, I'm not no hoe nigga. Like, I can't get into that. So if it don't feel manly to me, I don't feel comfortable. So I had to figure out a different way to write this shit. But I knew I had to just write this down, right? So I can talk to people. So I can tell people how I feel. Because I can't tell them verbally. So I was like, all right, maybe if I write it on this paper, I could get them the paper so they can just read. So that way, that'd be cool. So I can write a letter to somebody.
Smart, yeah.
So I start writing it down, but this form came to me that I was writing it in. So, you know, I'd be like, my mom made me mad. My dad made me mad. I'm sitting in my room and I'm feeling real sad. All the thoughts in my head, everything that they did, thinking and replaying everything that they said. You know, shit like that. And it is coming, and I'm not understanding that I'm rapping, but I know that I'm getting off what I got to say, and I know that it's making me feel how I feel. So I write it down, and when I get done, I go to them, and I'm like, here, pass some paper. They're like, I'm not reading this, just read it to me. So I'm like, okay, cool. I hold the paper. I start reading everything to them and shit like that. People like,
they didn't even know you could express yourself.
Yeah, you know how to rap? I didn't know what rap was. But I'm swear, like, I go outside, I'm talking to my homies and shit like, yo, man, they're like, what's wrong with you? Look, man, this right here, listen to this, man. So, they're like, oh, that shit was hot. What you mean that was hot?
That's different.
Nigga, I'm
You're expressing yourself.
I'm mad about some shit, and I'm going through all this traumatic shit, and you're going to tell me that's hot, that's cool. Tell the next person.
I'm going to be honest, though, because, to be honest, like, even the joint that I like, that the video that you got, that I said I wanted to play, it's like even the one you did with the black shirt on.
Yeah.
Like a lot of your stuff is really expressing how you feel.
Exactly.
Like you literally be going in
exactly
on how you feel about things. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's what I do, even if I make it more creative. Like, that's why when I started getting older, I started learning what instrumentals was, beats was, and then I started feeling them. Like, oh, shit, that relates to me. And I started going in on it. And then the more shit I experienced in life, I was like, all right, now I could be more creative with what I'm doing. You know, if I'm having fun, now I'm talking about fun shit. Then I learned that I was rapping, and I learned what artistry was. So now I'm like, all right, well, instead of me saying, you know, this X, Y, and Z, let me put a little sauce, a little spin on it, look, be funny, do this or whatever. Let me start putting ad-libs in. Now I start creating on top of me just expressing.
So question, right?
Yeah.
Once you realized what you were doing, was there any influences for you? Was there any people that you said to yourself, like, yeah, you know?
Before I even started, I ain't gonna lie, I love Tupac.
Okay.
I used to want to be Tupac.
Okay.
And it wasn't, I ain't want to be him for his rapping. Like, I heard his music or whatever. I love the music, right? But I love the message as well, and I love what he stood for.
He's a revolutionary.
I swore I stood up. I stood up for exactly what I believe, and I felt like he believed in that. And that was like the person
Black
that
struggle.
I looked up to that because I was going through that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that message resonated with me. And it was just like, that's who, if I had an option to meet or be like, I wanted to be around him. You get what I'm saying?
Tupac, I can feel that.
I didn't have no other artists that I was listening to and stuff like that, whatever. I didn't really know about that until like people would play me music and I would hear that, or the radio would be on when we in the car and stuff like that. You know, I'm hearing songs like that. Oh, I like that song. You know what I'm saying? But besides that though, bro, I swear, I used to just listen to myself. I used to take in, play the beat off of wherever it's at, take my cell phone, and then I click record. So when I play the beat, I rap at the same time, and the cell phone will record the beat and me rapping.
You got a track.
Yeah, and then I play the phone and the whole track play back. So I used to do that, go in school, let people hear that. And I used to just listen to myself.
Nigga, you listen. Everybody got what they did. You saying some shit we used to did.
Right.
Yeah.
I bought a 4-track recorder, right? A 4-track recorder, and literally that's how we was recording songs. And I was a DJ. That was it.
Shit out in the hood.
And that's how we was recording shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I put the beat on one track, and then my vocals on one. If he's next, his vocals on another. Somebody else's vocals, then somebody else's vocals come behind mine on the same. Bro,
Look,
we made that motherfucker work. Like seriously.
Yo,
Exactly.
or when we even stepped it up after that, everybody out in the streets, so everybody put their little 2 cents in. Now we got studio time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big fact.
We got tracks now that we listen to. Like, yo, how did we pay for that? Oh, I know how we pay for it. And it was like 1 or 2 takes. Don't mess up.
Yeah,
But that's the hunger and that's the influence.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's what keeps you going and keeps
Exactly.
you driving, man. So
facts.
we recognize that, bro.
Facts. So Elijah, now, right?
Yes, sir.
When it comes to music, right? So you here now. You in Atlanta. This the whole thing. So you migrated from Philly to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You realize what's going on
Exactly.
because you realize it's some fun. It's not. I don't want to call it funny shit,
It's just how
but it's literally just how they do.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, what's going on here is just basically like
It's a different program.
The program is, if you can't bring money in,
Exactly.
then you ain't worth nothing.
Exactly.
That's what's going on here.
Exactly. Exactly.
How does an artist survive in that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't got the answer, right? All I know is how I'm gonna survive. It's just I'm just gonna keep on doing me, right? And I'm not gonna live to see the day that I don't make it, cause it might sound cliche, but I'm gonna die trying.
Hey, that's why 50 said it. It ain't cause it's cliche, it's cause it's real.
Yeah, like I swear, like I'm gonna trap this shit out until the day that I die. Like I'm gonna continue. It ain't nothing that's gonna make me stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care if God came down himself and said, "Hey, look, you ain't gonna make nothing off of this. You ain't gonna go nowhere with this." Well, guess what? I'm still gonna express how I feel through this.
You
get what I'm saying? Because this is me. Because this is not like me just trying to use the talent. It's not me trying to use the skill. This is how I talk. You know what I mean? It been many times where I said and I talk to people and people like, "Damn, yo, can you say that song again?" I'm like, "Nigga, I'm not rapping. I'm talking to you."
Yeah, that's not a
They
song.
like, "God damn, when this nigga be talking, he sound like he rapping." And I got that multiple times. I tell people like, bro, because this is me. This is how I talk. This is how I express myself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do this until the day that I die.
You speak very wisely for a young brother, man.
Yes, sir.
And
because I've been through a lot. Bro, I've been on my own since I was 13.
and we got the kind of same story. So
Facts.
and I was a pops at young, so I relate to you a lot, and I see a lot of me in you.
Facts.
And I just want to let you know, not trying to thun you or nothing, but I'm
facts,
proud
facts.
of the man that you are, man.
I
That shit is
appreciate it.
dope, bro.
I appreciate it,
and
brother.
you don't lose your ambition. You
Yes,
got
sir.
a lot of other things on your plate,
Yes, sir.
and you keep going, man. That's dope, and I want y'all young brothers out
Oh,
there
he
to take
gonna
the
he gonna
example.
keep going. That's basically what you hearing right now. That
Exactly.
ain't- can't stop, won't stop.
Won't
Word.
stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Won't, can't.
Word.
What do you see in the future for ELIJAH2X?
Bro, I'm just trying to. That's how I gotta classify it.
Broaden your horizon.
Yes, man. I'm trying to be there. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie. This is on my life. Like when I get famous, bro, and I'm like, to that level that I want, it's gonna change a lot of people's lives, bro. That's on God, bro.
I like that.
I'm telling you, people that don't even know me don't even know yet that it's gonna change their lives. It's gonna change their lives. I'm telling you. Like I'm gonna move different. I'm gonna do different. Like everybody, I feel like they all for the glitz and glamour and all that other stuff like that, bro. I wanna get back, like really get back. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna do no just making something available. Just something just available. Like if I tell you hungry, right? And you like, yeah, I'm starving, and you in Georgia and I'm in Philly, and I'm like, well, I got some food here. You just gotta come get it. Nah, I ain't doing that. Like if I gotta feed you, whatever, either I'm flying out there to give it to you, or I'm gonna fly you in to get it.
Or I'm
You
gonna
get what
send
I'm saying?
the Uber Eats to your
we gonna
crib.
send it
Yeah.
to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Big facts.
if I want to create, little joints where people want to play football, whatever. You know what I mean? But you ain't got no food in the house, your lights is off, and you ain't got no transportation. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna pay your electric bill. You know what I mean? Because I'm able to do that. I'm gonna put food in your house or whatever. I'm gonna pay for your transportation so you can get there. So you can actually, all you have to do is focus on using your talent to get where you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna actually try my best to put people in position.
Do the things for them that wasn't done for you.
Yeah, because there's too many times that people say, well, you had this, this was available for you. Just because something is open and it's a option for you, don't mean it's really available to you. You know what I'm saying?
Best option, yeah.
That's
because
a big fact.
if I can't reach it, then how is it a resource for me?
I agree.
If I can't utilize it, how is it a resource for me?
Or if you can't help other people with it, how is it a resource?
You get what I'm
for
saying?
You? Yeah.
So I can't obtain what you offering, but you said it's my fault that I did not get it. No. My circumstances is the reason I couldn't get it. Because you can't tell me, if you told me, look, if you go out right now, you know what I mean, to East Bubblefuck or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean, and perform in front of these people, this one song, we guarantee you $1 million, but the ticket is 50,000 and I don't have that. You can't say, well, you squandered the opportunity because you had the opportunity to go down there and perform and you could have just been rich, but you decided not to do it. Nah, what decided not to do it was that 50,000.
Right, and y'all knew I couldn't do it. So
and you
that's
knew
what
I
you
couldn't
put
do
me in
it.
that position. So,
You see what I'm saying? So that wasn't an opportunity for me per se. That was an opportunity for somebody who had 50,000 to take that flight.
Right.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? But I want to give opportunities for everybody. If you got that talent, I'm paying for that flight.
Right,
you just got to show up and do the footwork.
Let me hit you with a little bit of wisdom, right? I'm gonna be straight up. Everybody ain't worth it.
Right, but guess what?
Everybody. Now hold on, brother.
One second. I'm gonna tell you this, right? Two things. One, you got to at least try. Number two, the government gonna take the money anyway, right? So I'm gonna text write this shit off.
Oh, you gonna write it off? Absolutely.
I'm gonna write this shit off.
I'm gonna tell you to not waste your time. Always go with your gut. If you see it from the jump, that means it's going to end up at the hump. You see what I'm saying? So everybody ain't worth it. But I'm not saying do good because we all have intentions to do good things. But we also got to recognize that the same person that we helped today and we thought and believed in is going to be in the same position tomorrow, and we're going to be asking what happened.
True.
So we got to choose wisely on how we use the things that we work for
Right.
and to be able to help other people with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
Use your talents and your special powers wisely.
Yeah, and that's why I say, like, I'm going to make it open for everybody, and anybody, but not for just somebody. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
If you the person that's going to squander the opportunity, you only going to fuck yourself.
Right.
Because I'm making this
somebody
available.
there.
Yeah, I'm making this available for you. You have to show that you want this, right? So if I say, come take this trip here, all you got to do is click this bus, get on this ride, go out there, and when you get there, everything is paid for you. You know what I mean? That ride is paid for you. Everything is paid for you. You ain't gotta do nothing. You just gotta make it there. You gotta get. If you miss that bus, you don't get on it. I'm not about to take you and put you on that bus.
Right.
Hey, you could bring a horse to the water. You can't make it drink.
But I'm not about to force you to drink it. So if you miss that bus, you don't get on it, then you didn't have time management skills. You did not care about this, and it wasn't important to you. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to waste my time on trying to find you and get you. I'm not doing that.
Do you know why we feel this way? Because we've dealt with a lot of artists, right? And built a criteria for you to follow, like almost a homework assignment.
Right.
And sometimes they can't even get those things right, or the assignment comes in incomplete. So just from, an older brother to my younger brother, just to give you a little bit of knowledge for you not to waste your time.
Yes,
Always
sir.
go with the gut and go with the shit that you feel is going to pop. Everything else, they'll get their chance somewhere else.
Right.
Because you made it here for a reason.
Right.
And your ear is worth something now.
Period.
So take your ear and use that to advantage and don't waste your time. That's all I'm saying.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's true.
Good advice. Good advice. But what I want to do now is you came with a joint.
So
You came with a joint.
sir.
You came with a joint,
Yes,
right?
sir.
You came with a joint. You
What
said
he came with?
you came with a joint.
Joint.
He came with a joint, right?
Yes, sir.
It ain't recorded. It ain't even ready.
Period.
Right.
But guess what? He said, I'm going to give it to the world.
Exactly.
And we going to do it right here on Black Ink Radio exclusively.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
So,
So, what I want to do now is I want to get into that joint.
that's up.
Because what we like over here at Black Ink Radio is liquor and exclusivity.
Let's get it. It's definitely
Joints.
exclusive. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people
It's
be coming
exclusive.
on. You know what I'm saying? They just want to go ahead and do some shit they already have with them. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
so
yeah, they do.
I could follow the masses. I could follow the trend. But like I said earlier,
But you trying to do something
I like
different.
to step outside the box and I like
Let's
to
do
stir
it.
shit up. You get what I'm saying?
Show them what's up.
What
bro.
I'm gonna do is instead of going through the regular way where I usually burn shit down or whatever, I'm gonna burn it down in a different way or whatever. I'm gonna speak lyrical and let these niggas follow and see my message, how I'm crafty with the words, and let's
get it.
Let's get it.
Period.
All right, so what we going to do is
Bro,
we going to get into it.
get into it.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
It's getting warm outside, but it's still cold in your heart. The sun is high in the sky, but the room is still dark. And I don't know when we started falling apart.
Love. Oh,
I just know the time changes.
you hear me?
I just know the love
Look.
fades.
Look, road trap, hey, thinking what it used to be. The worst that acting funny till these pussies got used to me. Felt to be my mans and got lost cause they using me. But never take it to the heart that this what happen usually. Living in the cold world, when you only trust yourself, you couldn't even trust your girl. And she probably just get jealous cause you with another girl. And she fucking another nigga, claiming you a whole world. Did you dirty all alone, and you crib all on your phone. And she text a couple niggas saying none of beef phone. So text after text, a lot of shit get exposed. And she just got heated and she knew it all along. But still she getting freaky, smiling, taking off your clothes. It never crossed your mind that everything was looking wrong. So y'all setting up a date, she let me to bet the gate. Do you turn the corner, nigga, put that biscuit to your face, blow. Now you looking at your body like damn. You thinking about your fam, your son and his mom. You like ready or not, well here it come. You see you going away, so everything on them. And meanwhile, that creepy shorty feel that loner in her lungs. She holding back a secret, no longer she like I'm done. So she ringing up your people, she calling up the phone. You be him like, who this? And second, what's wrong? She like, I'm so sorry, I'm really sorry he gone. Conversation getting hectic, you're being raising the tone. She wanna just walk away, but she know she gotta say, I'm the one who set him up, so I'm the reason that he gone. Total silence, did she make it click? How were ladies on the news, cause she jumped the cliff. Just a lonely soul, traveling down a lonely road. Just trying to get a couple dollars, turn them into gold. Damn,
It's getting warm outside, but
we ain't
it's
done
still cold
yet.
in your heart. The sun is high in the sky, but the room is still dark.
Let me tell y'all my thoughts real quick
I
though.
don't know when we started falling
You wanna hear something funny?
Period.
I just know
Look.
love faded.
It's funny cause when you down, everybody disappears. But when the money come, they claiming the day was dead. See, love turns into hate, hating turns into envy, envy turns into murderous plots. Not knowing who with me, who against me, cause the ones close to you will try to chew you. Masquerade, different faces, don't let these niggas fool you. Cause when you built like a screw, these niggas will try to screw you. You should only be catching feelings if this applies to you. No new friends, cause new friends are like your old friends. But what happens when new friends support more than old friends? Then you realize your enemies is once your old friends. You say you need somebody, sometimes you're better with no friends. Help you build it up, then sit and watch you crumble. When shit fall apart, they wouldn't catch you if you stumble. Sting like a beast, it is a rumble in the jungle. When shit get chaotic, you gotta still remain humble. Cause it can take years to gain, but in a second lose it all. When everybody is burning their bridges, who do you call? Visualizing the times you couldn't really recall. So you focus on success, a path that couldn't be far. But words telling it all creating the story. Story explaining it all, how nothing turns into glory, how glory turns into fame, and why fame come with protecting you from the hating. Niggas who see you flexing, infection turn to addiction, addicted to a problem. Problem lead to the bottom, revolving around a dollar. To do it all again, man, they tell me be patient. But how do you hold on when you sick and tired of waiting? If you wait too long, you lose everything you waited for. Success is maintaining and enduring, being hated on. Under pressure, don't fold, turn cold when the heat is on. Cause when you stand tall, nobody's needed to lean on. Damn, it's getting warm outside.
It's still cold in your heart. The sun is high in the sky, but the room is still dark. And I don't know when we started
You already know.
What? Come on, man.
Man, you know, I could have turned up, burnt the bitch down like I usually do, you know what I'm saying? My eye, yeah, you already snowed it is. I mean, all that shit, but I just felt like, you know what, let me do it different. You know
One
what I'm saying?
take,
Nah,
one
you
take,
killed that
jig.
nigga.
Because a lot of people,
You
they're not
killed
versatile.
that nigga. You killed that nigga.
Yo. Turn my mic back up, Mo.
Your mic up, nigga. What
Yo,
you talking about?
all right, y'all see what
You
the
killed
fuck
that,
it is.
nigga.
AC what's going on.
Come on, man.
AC what's going on.
You
man.
killed that,
Appreciate
nigga.
it, man.
Hold on. Hold the fuck up.
Emotions out, nigga.
Hold up.
And I speak all
Hey,
my shit.
hey, look. Listen, a lot of people can't do what you just did.
And that's why I did it.
Cause first of all, that's the first time I did that. So, because I keep it a buck. I'm real. I'm from, where I'm from, we keep it a buck.
Yes.
And, shit got a little squeaky in the beginning, but you still jumped out there and you jumped on. And that shit is hard.
And listen, you know what?
That shit is hard, though, bro.
You see how we had the little technical difficulties, but we had to see how automatically, like, listen, I adjust to it.
Yeah, you
I adjust to it and I jump right
That
back
makes
into
you a
He's a
motherfucking
professional.
artist,
That's
nigga.
what
That
you-
makes you official.
Exactly.
That makes you an official.
I'm telling you.
Because guess what? When shit happened on stage, let me tell you something. Ask this nigga, right? It wasn't a good show unless I dropped my mic.
There you go.
Facts.
There you
He
go.
had to. Like, I had to step
Like,
on the court, make him
bro,
drop it.
bro.
Yeah.
You knew when I knew it was official? Because somebody, like he said, one of them would step on my cord, the mic would drop. We knew it was going to be a good show once my mic dropped.
There you go.
You knew when I knew it was official?
Huh.
When a cordless mic dropped. I had a cordless mic. I stepped behind the stage by accident, and the motherfucking mic dropped. And guess what? We still killed it as some little
good luck
niggas, bro.
charm, yeah.
Like at the end of the day, bro, it's like it was a good luck thing for us.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, bro, the show must go on. If you don't know how to continue, like we knew how to not. If my mic dropped, they still ad-libbing. I'm gonna pick the mic up. I'm gonna continue where I was at.
Exactly.
I'm gonna still do what I
Exactly.
do.
And that,
but
like,
it was
nothing never
always
happened.
like nothing never happened.
Exactly. And then, and that's why I tell people, like, when I get on the mic, you know what I mean, even when I'm on stage and shit, I start talking or whatever, I check my mic out or whatever. I let it turn me down, turn me up. And a lot of people be like, oh man, the mic was this. Well, why didn't you say something?
Yo, listen, bro.
don't
Everybody
you
know
say
my
something?
voice, right? My voice is so hard to work with. So when I perform, if the mic ain't right, my show gonna sound whack.
Exactly.
Be honest with you. So I totally dig it. But you know what?
I'm gonna tell you where the Super Saiyan glow come in though.
What's up?
This is a glow. This is a glow I always had though. I don't give a fuck how bad the mic was. I'ma pull it away, pull it close,
Yeah.
Cuff that
cuff
bitch.
it,
Yes.
Yeah,
do
Yes.
whatever I gotta
Exactly.
do
Yeah, no,
Make
we
to
it
know.
make
sound
that
right.
bitch sound right.
You know,
Exactly.
yeah.
And
we
you know what
know.
people used to tell me?
Don't
They used to be
cuff
like, yo, the mic sound fucked up, but when you was performing,
Exactly.
it was clear as hell.
Exactly. People, I
Thank
swear,
you.
People say that to me all the time. I'm like, bro, it's different because one, you gotta project your voice a certain way. You gotta
Yeah.
know what's going on. You doing more than just lip singing your
It's
shit.
a lot to it.
Like you
a lot to
gotta
it.
do. It's the artistry.
First
you gotta
of all,
create. You gotta entertain.
You're not even supposed to come in the joint with your words on the track unless that's your last bet.
Right.
Or ad-libs
That's
is
a big
okay,
fact.
but your words on the track, no, you're supposed to perform that like you know it.
Right, right.
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you know what's crazy, right? Because I do come in, with the words on the track or whatever like that. See, but the thing is that I do more than just rap it, right? I get at entertainment. I talk that shit. I step in faces. I do this. I do that. You know what I mean? So I give that interaction where people feel like, damn, I like that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
All right, so look, real quick, let's get to the meat and potatoes, right? All right, ELIJAH2X.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean, ELIJAH2X? Where did 2X
So
come from?
The 2X means like, look at it. If you could visualize a shirt size, right? Most motherfuckers wear shit on them as a medium, you know what I'm saying? A large or whatever, you know what I'm saying? An extra large. But you don't get too many people wearing a 2X.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? But
They cost extra too.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the shirt represents what I wear on me, the shit that I done been through my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm two times above everything that these motherfuckers want to look like. Bro, I'm up there because I done been through shit that they ain't even been through yet. I done witnessed shit. I done, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just 2 times it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
You 2 times what they-
larger,
what-
I'm larger than large.
You too extra than them.
2 extra than
Double
them.
down.
And I'm not like when they medium, they think I'm just large or whatever. No, bro, I'm not
2X,
even extra large over you,
not
nigga.
even
I'm
2X.
extra large.
Yeah, your
you
shit
get what
gonna
I'm
look
saying?
like a
'Cause
skirt
I'm
on you,
way
nigga.
different than that. Like even when it comes down to the music, you know what I'm saying? You see how people be thinking they all hot or whatever like that. I just be like, bro, like. I can do the same shit that you do in that same category, whatever. But what you can't do is the shit that I do in these 1,000 other categories.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if we stick it to your category, we can do that. But when it's time to switch in my lane, to switch to these 1,001 categories, and all right, make this love song, make this song, make a pop song, make a country song, make a rap song, make this battle song, do this or whatever, do this R&B, do this or whatever. See, they can't do that. See, a lot of people just think, I'm just rapping, I'm just speaking rap. Yeah, see, in your lane, you medium.
You medium.
But the whole highway is yours.
Nigga, I'm 2X, bro.
Yeah,
so
the whole highway.
All right, so next question is, what? When people listen to you, what do you want them to take from you? Like if somebody's hearing you do music,
yes.
What kind of fans do you want? Who do you want to be the people that listen to you?
I want all people for their personal reasons, right? And when I say that is because I could say that I want, you know what I mean, gangster niggas or whatever, right? But not everybody who gonna listen to me is gangster niggas, and I don't make just gangster music. You feel what I'm saying? So
hold on, let me rephrase my question,
okay,
because I feel like you're going somewhere where what I'm saying is when people listen to ELIJAH2X,
what do I want them to grasp from it?
Yes,
I want people to just understand my life, right? Understand the journey, and then when I get to where I get to, I want people to understand that if I did it, you can do it too. I want other people to know that it is possible because of what I went through. And I don't want.
If I did it, you could do it.
If I did it, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people to just look like, when they hear these famous songs, when they talk about Lamborghinis and Maybachs and all this, like, damn, that's far-fetched. I can't get there with it. I got to try with it. See, I let people know from the beginning, from my hardships, from when I'm sleeping on the floor with rats and roaches and shit like that. Then when you see me with millions of dollars and all that shit like that, I want you to see the growth. I'm still the same person,
but you grow.
But this is what I came through.
Yeah, the flower blossom.
If you are at any point that I was at, you can
get here.
It's possible I can get there because I seen him do it.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to have that belief in themselves.
I like that. Okay. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. All right, so look, for my females, right?
Yes.
Are you single?
I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna play with these chicks. I am not, right? My kids, mom, we may go through what we go through, right? And we may argue and fight. We may go through hell and back. We may be separated, whatever, right? But eventually, that's the one that's gonna hold me down. I'm gonna hold her down to the end. You know what I'm saying? And it's about my kids at the end of the day. So we're gonna stick together through thin and thin, the bullshit or whatever like that. I might entertain these females sometimes to get in trouble for whatever. But at the end of the day, it ain't never gonna be nothing away from my baby mom, my kids or whatever like that. So I'm just gonna answer no. I ain't even gonna play no games.
I respect that. And I listen. I respect that.
So
I respect that. And listen, ladies, just listen to what he said. He fuck with his baby mother. He got love for her. He love her. At the end of the day, don't be disrespectful. Exactly. That's the thing. A lot of these ladies nowadays feel like, I could take, he got what he want, and it is what it is for now.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. And
just respect it.
Listen, I ain't even gonna lie, right? Can't nobody disrespect me if I don't allow it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So
but
whole
that
thing is,
now
they could try.
Now, that brings me. Listen, hold on. That brings me to how I feel.
Exactly.
Because a lot of women don't understand that. A lot of women be worried about what other women are doing, and she was up in your face.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that, because as long as I
come home to you tonight.
No, not even that, because that sounds like I could play with her as long as I'm coming home to you.
Oh, I understand.
What I'm saying is as long as I'm not ready to disrespect our relationship, as long as I understand who I'm with, as long as I understand that even if they want me, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
It's going to go how I want it to go.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm in control, and I have self-control.
Exactly.
Say it again.
And I have self-control.
Yep.
And I'm not I'm not a slave to the flesh.
Exactly.
understand. I don't give a fuck how bad some bitch is, how beautiful they are. Even if I might tell you in the background, meaning my woman, oh, she bad, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I might meet her. She'll never know what I told you.
Exactly. Facts.
She'll never know what I
Facts.
told you. And you got to understand, these women got to understand that they got to trust their man.
Exactly. And you know what?
Without trust,
You ain't got nothing.
you ain't got
You got
nothing.
nothing at all. And you want to know what a bigger problem be too, right? Is because I be realistic. And a lot of people, I think they're not realistic, right? People feel like you're not human, right? They think we just robots.
Robot, yeah.
Right? And
Followed it.
you get what I'm saying? And the problem is because you act like I can't think this girl is pretty. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Say that
let's-
shit again.
Yeah.
Act like I can't think this girl is pretty, right?
All right.
If she is pretty, she is pretty. That's not my problem, right?
Oh,
And
but they throw the same shit. Oh, what would you think if I thought this dude was handsome? You're supposed to.
No.
how many girls? Wait, how many girls do we see?
No. You went, Bishop. You got the right idea, but you went down the wrong road.
No, even if he used that, right?
Hold on. Because he said
why.
he said he went and said something else.
Right.
The thing is I don't give a fuck how pretty I say she is. I have eyes.
Right.
Right.
And I can see
Holly Berry is beautiful. Don't be mad if I tell you that a woman is beautiful that you feel like I have access to.
it. Exactly.
Because the same way I said that Holly Berry's pretty,
I don't
I'll
have
say
access
she's
to her.
pretty. I might have access to. You might not think I do.
Right,
But I might have
but-
access to.
yeah.
But the thing is just like I'm saying there's other girls pretty that I do have access to, it's the same fucking situation. It don't mean that I'm going to jump on that.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That's
should
a
be able
fact.
to talk to my woman
Exactly.
and tell
Tell her,
you
yes.
that she did. Yeah,
And-
that's a pretty girl.
Your woman should
Exactly.
find
And-
it attractive that you find women attractive in the world that we live in today.
Exactly.
That's true.
Very much so.
But
Very
even
much so.
that's true. But even if she don't, respect the fact that in my eyes, she's also a beautiful woman.
This is what I'm saying to
You-
you. I said the same thing just now.
You are you didn't. You didn't.
In other words, but yeah.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
What you mean? You want a
Bro,
you
you-
want a dude
listen,
looking
bro.
at dudes, or you want a dude who looks
at
at chicks?
Bro.
Same thing I just said.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Bro.
Bro. No, you
All right,
didn't.
go ahead,
You're
brother.
my brother, right?
Ah,
You're my
yes,
brother.
yes.
What we have to do is start to understand that when we say certain things, we got to hold ourselves accountable. What you said is not what I'm saying.
So what
I'm
what
sorry.
did I
His
say?
intentions was there, though.
I'm sorry. His intentions.
His intentions was there.
I'm sure they were.
That
there.
was my definition. I just
Well,
let-
say what you said again. Say
I
what you said.
said, what do you want me to look at? Dudes, you should be lucky that you have a straight man in your life and who still find women attractive.
But that's not the point. The point is that every nigga that cheats is a straight man.
That ain't true, nigga.
No. Every
Because
nigga,
you speaking from a straight
every
man
nigga,
perspective.
every nigga that cheats with another woman is a straight man.
That
I ain't
ain't
gonna
true,
lie, no, 'cause
nigga.
half these
Look
niggas
where
out
we
here-
live at.
Hold
Half
Look
these
where we
niggas
live
out
at.
here
Hold
is gay.
on. We're not talking about the niggas cheating with other niggas.
Okay,
No.
all
I'm
right,
talking-
Listen
no,
to
say that.
me.
I'm talking about they cheat with women to make it seem like
We're
they
covering up.
we're not talking about that.
all right, yeah.
If you talking to your woman
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and it's be happy I like women,
Yeah.
it's like, you know what she gonna say? I don't care if you like women. The problem is that you like other women.
Yes, you like somebody else
So you
other than me.
what we can't do as men is bring up arguments inside of an argument
Yes.
that has nothing to do with the argument.
I can dig it.
I can
The
understand
argument is she don't want you looking at no other bitches.
Roger that.
You're
So-
saying if you don't want me to look at no other bitches, what you want me to look at niggas? But that's not the
Nah, she
point.
like, I don't want you
her
to have
point
your eyes
is
elsewhere
I
anyway.
don't want your eyes nowhere else.
So you're
what I'm
explaining
saying,
her point. Well,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
looking
no,
at the
that-
floor.
that's not what I'm
gonna
saying.
continue.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's not what I'm
'Cause-
saying.
'cause
Understand what I'm saying. You have to. This is why women feel like they have a point because we say shit like what you just said. I've been there. You can't do that.
But they'll take it and run with it.
Yes, you got to stick to the point and say, look,
I want you to run with it.
no, you don't, because then they're gonna
don't
keep
know
running
me.
with it.
I want you to run with it because when we out in public and I see a stupid fat butt walk across our joint, I want you to look at it together and be like, yo, mate, that is stupid, dumb, fat. Like,
but that's not. But
that's all I'm asking.
But that's not what you saying when you say what you just said.
Yes, it is because
no, it's not.
I break it down to them.
Hold on.
Is your attention,
hold on. Give me a
second. Can give them
the statement is what you think I'm gay. The point to them is. Because this is the point that I've heard to me personally. Mm-hmm. You saying you cool with these girls. You showing love to these girls, but you ain't gay. So if you ain't gay, hold on. Listen to me. Uh-huh. It's gonna be yours if you keep saying what you saying.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm telling you, when they look at me and say you cool with these girls and you showing love to these girls, but you ain't gay. So if you ain't gay and I know she a bad bitch, you know she a bad bitch. So if you know she a bad bitch, my thing is, hold on.
It's what he just said though. Respect.
Yes.
Respect the self-control.
But that's not what you brought up. You brought up that you ain't gay.
And I still have eyes, and I look at fat butts.
But that's why,
self-control.
Bro,
hold on, because I'm a man. First off,
now you talking.
You know who you got.
Now you talking.
You got a man, right?
Now you talking.
Now you need to respect
what
I got going on.
I
respect that. I still look at other women.
I
can find another woman attractive, but you are the goddamn love of my life.
Exactly.
I ain't going nowhere.
Exactly.
You don't got to worry about that. But you need to be confident that your man's still looking at fat butts because he could be out here looking at pussy. Exactly. Let's stop it now.
Okay.
Y'all women need to get control and understand that you got real men.
Hold on, slow down. Once again, you brought it back to bussy. Stop doing that. What I'm saying is but you gotta stop saying. Be glad I'm not doing this.
Because what else
I
is there
know,
to do?
I know.
I can look at frogs. You want me to collect birds?
No, bro. I'm saying.
Right?
It's two different points. What you said. Hold on. What you said when I woke the beast. What you just said is everything you were supposed to say.
Right.
You are the love of my life. I'm not worried about these bitches. I'm not worried about none of that.
Trust and faith
have faith in me. I love all of that. It's all great. The thing is if you the love of my life, I am not worried about these women. But I am still human. I'm still a straight male. I still think that this looks good. And if you don't understand, I could say that looks good and still not want it. There's a problem. That's where we got to stay. Right. You can't listen. We're men, and we think logically, but we can't be ignorant. And ignorant is the lack of knowledge
and the lack of empathy for other people's feelings.
That's not a part of ignorance. Ignorance is the lack of knowledge, not knowing.
Okay, yep.
So,
but I'm talking about relationship-wise.
I know that. But when you start to talk about, but you should be happy I ain't doing this. It's like I know you ain't doing that. I'm not worried about that.
No. You know what?
Your woman is looking like I know you're not gay.
I see the point he's saying. So the point he's saying is like, say if your girl cheated, right, and she cheated one time on you, right, and then you talk to her, say, yo, you cheated on me, you know what I mean? You pissed off about that, whatever, and she say, well, you should be lucky that I only cheated one time. I only had sex with her one time. I could have fucked 1,000 people, and I could have fucked 50 people. I could have fucked her multiple times.
Right.
And she trying to justify the fact that she fucked this one person.
Not cheating is the point.
You lucky. Hold on. You lucky I ain't fucking nigga that got more money than you.
You know what?
You lucky
Keep it moving.
I ain't fucking nigga who was more real than you.
Please do.
You lucky
Let me
I ain't
tell
fucking
you something.
gangster.
Because I'm
the
most
problem.
gangster you got. That's why you're with me. All right. First off,
no,
go ahead. Excuse me. Hold on. Go ahead and do what you feel, because you obviously had that in the back of your mind. If you didn't know that you had a straight man who loved looking at women, enjoying all of that, then when we got together, hold on. When we got together, I let you know that I love fat butts, and I'm going to keep looking at fat butts, right? And you said, it's okay, Daddy. We can look at fat butts together. But once we locked in, now it's a problem, me looking at fat butts. Well, you know what? You know, you done messed up and you try to screw my shit up. I have eyes that the good Most High gave me, and I'm going to use them the way they're supposed to be used. If you don't want to look at her fat butt, look at your own, because you got a fat ass. I wouldn't be with you if you didn't. All right? So look at your own so you don't have to get jealous. But your man is a man, and he loves you. Yo, I'm not making excuses for none of y'all. Yo, we do a lot, and you want more. I heard a chick on the 20 verse 1 say, I want to be in your skin.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
TF out of my face.
She got her bubble popped.
You can't be serious.
Yeah. And you know what? I feel like a lot of women gotta understand it too. Like, they get mad, like, if you have a friend that's a female, right? They be feeling like, because it eventually go somewhere. But I feel like, you know what? Sometimes shit happen, right? Now, but the reason why I feel like a lot of times that it happens is because if you was just chilling and cool with me having this female friend, I could still be cool with you and we could love each other, whatever, and I ain't got to be worrying about this. See, but when you start pissing me off, when we start arguing, we start fighting or whatever, and you want to separate and break up, see, that's when she take the opportunity to jump in and be like, let me console you. You get what I'm saying? It's not me having her as a backup.
Don't push me away.
Yeah, it's just that if you just...
Elijah, let me tell you what's going on right now. Because you got the name Elijah, I want to talk like we in the Nation of Islam.
Biblical, huh?
Listen, brother Elijah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's happening here is between you, brother Bishop, and me, is that we not getting to the root of everything, right? The root of it is if your woman don't trust you, you ain't got shit.
Got nothing.
You ain't got nothing.
Nothing.
It's about trust, because at the end of the day, all we talking about is trust.
And you wanna know why?
That's all
He spoke the
we
truth.
talking
Because
about,
listen, how about
right
if
now
I need my
is
female
fucking
to go promote
trust.
for me, right? And she gotta promote in front of these industry people and stuff like that, and she gotta meet these dudes and connect or whatever like that. I know how these dudes thinks. I know that they be lusting. I know that they gonna try to bag my shorty if she nice or whatever. But if she pushing for me, promoting for me, if she helping me,
Let me stop you.
Let me stop you. And have trust me, right?
Let me stop you. She wouldn't be a shorty if you couldn't trust her. Right?
Exactly.
So, all right, we all go through things. Women know men, right? Do not accept me back in your life if you're not going to be able to get over the past. If you can't get over the past,
that's a big
you can't
problem.
move into the future,
exactly.
right? But if you choose to let this happen, you need to be in full support and not let that shit go. Okay, because shit happens. And you might blow out on the love of your life because you didn't give another chance or you didn't let the things go that you was holding on to. I told my wife, she knows this. Yo, if you cannot let go of the past, you cannot go into the future. Straight up and down. So all you ladies out there that's still holding on to something that you let a man back in your life and he did, you're only doing it so you can have something over him to make a nigga feel bad all the time. Well, I'm a nigga who don't feel bad. How about that? And you could keep it moving anytime you want to.
Get the fuck on.
Right?
All right,
But if not, we could build something
But
and make it happen.
But listen, bottom line is
It's trust.
It
We
just
need trust.
It boils down to trust.
We need trust.
The thing
gotta
is
trust
if she don't trust you, you're gonna go through everything we just talked about.
Exactly.
That's all I'm
over
saying.
All over
That's
trust.
all I'm listening to us all
You
talk.
advocate for the women, I'm advocating
No,
for the niggas.
I'm
Make
not-
her trust you.
No,
I'm looking in the eye.
no.
Make her trust you. And
I
show
am
her.
not. I'm not advocating for the women. What I'm doing is
the facts.
as a healing man,
Okay. Speak
I
to
want
him.
us to take accountability
Roger.
Yes.
for what's real.
Okay.
I'm not advocating for women. I'm advocating for us in a space where women can understand.
Okay. Listen, I
They
don't want,
can understand what I'm saying.
they can't understand what I'm saying.
Because when you said what you said, it's like you should be happy I ain't. You know what your woman gonna say? I know you ain't that.
No.
And it's like you have no argument with talking about what you talk about.
But
so
that's
what-
my woman. That's
but-
not
no,
the percentage.
But she knows you ain't that. And what I'm trying to tell you is what happens with men in arguments is we think logically, they think emotionally. What happens is that women will look at us and say, what you saying don't make no
so I'm
sense.
gonna say this. So you're
And
lucky. So hold
I
on.
could see it
Let
when
me-
you
let-
say
let-
what you said.
Let me say this.
I could see it. But that's why I want to help us.
So when we communicate with our women and we explain to them everything that we don't like and the things that we do like, and they do vice versa, right? But when we say, all right, we don't like these things, and you don't continue to try to fulfill those things, and you push us into the arms of another woman who does fulfill those things. Now, ain't nothing perfect, because the things that she fulfill, you know, the vice versa. You cover down on things, whatever. It happens like that.
Right.
But what we're saying is, when we communicate to you, yo, I don't like this. For instance, I don't like to repeat myself 12 times. I told you what I'm doing. I told you where I'm going. I don't need to be asked the 33-degree questions. And you continue to do those things. Now, he runs into a woman who not necessarily doesn't care, but says, baby, I'll see you when you get home. Handle your business. You see the difference? There's a big difference.
I do, but hold on. I do, but let me say something to you real quick. The thing is this, right? Women are emotional. Men are logical.
Yes.
So because women are emotional, you can tell them what you don't like, but when their emotions are riled up, they gonna do it.
Because they don't see the logic.
They gonna do it because they
give them a choice.
Hold on. There is no choice. They have no options.
Yes, they do.
They don't. No, they don't, nigga. Listen to what I'm telling you. They are emotional.
They're emotionally attached.
There is no. Fuck emotionally attached. Listen to the words I'm saying.
I know that they're emotional.
They are emotional.
Okay.
So guess what? They go off of emotions.
Okay. So
when you as a man, listen to what I'm about to ask you.
Yeah,
as a man, when you're emotional, can you control yourself?
Yes.
No, you can't.
What do you mean, Mo?
You
know what? No, I've been through different. I'm different.
No, you can't.
I'm different than the average dude.
Bro.
Right?
Bro.
Are you talking relationships or just life shit?
I'm talking. Ain't no difference.
Yes, it is.
Listen
doggy.
to me. Listen to me.
Hold on.
Listen
I ain't
to me.
leave
Let
5,000 soldiers back home
Hold
for no reason, bro. I had to control my emotions. You understand?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No,
Mo.
you didn't.
You don't. No. You
That's
don't
not controlling your emotions,
What do
bro.
you mean? How do you?
That's not controlling your emotions because you had no choice.
No, I did have a choice.
No,
I could have
control-
acted off
hold
of
on.
other things and left other
listen.
soldiers dead.
Listen,
you understand?
Controlling your emotions in the sense that you're talking about is making sure that your emotions don't interfere with your actions.
But my job.
That
yes.
is a difference
You're
between.
not the same thing with your lady?
No. No. Hold on. Controlling. Listen, you're controlling your. Listen, let me tell you something. You're a man.
Yep.
So you're controlling how you feel about decisions you're making.
Right.
You made those decisions off of logic. But
yes.
you made, but your emotions, you put those to the side.
I had to.
Because a logic made the decisions.
Right.
Women are making their decisions off of emotions.
I get that.
There is no logic involved.
Right.
So guess what? They can't control that.
Right. But
how do you control? Let me ask you a question.
we don't control it. What
listen.
I'm saying is we control
if
our
you're,
answers.
hold on, let me keep it 100. If a nigga died next to you in war, right?
Right.
Emotionally, your man just died. Niggas is still trying to kill you and him. They just killed him. They're trying to kill you.
Keep walking and
hold
carry
on.
his ass back
That's
to safety.
logic. Emotion would be what a woman would do. Would still sit there and want to hug the nigga. We can't leave him. He has to get a proper burial. What are we gonna do? And then she's dead. That's the difference.
Right.
I'm trying to explain to you that women move off of emotions. You moved off of logic.
That. I'm trying to give them the answer. You asked me for the answer.
No, I'm not asking you to give the answer.
Okay.
I'm explaining to you the difference. I'm not asking for the answer.
Oh no, I get it.
I'm telling you that. I'm telling you
brother,
that men make decisions off of emotions.
Brother,
I mean,
hold
off of
on,
logic.
Rich Mo, you don't
listen,
got to explain that to me, dog. I live in a house with 6 women. I get this, but this is what makes us harden, right? This is what makes us move off of logic, right? This is what makes us say emotion ain't the right thing to think off of, right? So I don't
what's
care.
that? What
the
makes
way
us
that
like
they
that?
think off of emotion. When we think off of logic and they think off emotion, you can sit and look at situations and say, that's why I don't think with emotion. Because I thought with logic and everything came out the way it's supposed to be.
But listen.
He said, but how do
no,
you tell
but
her
you're, what you're not
because
understanding.
she can't see
What
logic.
you're not understanding.
You gotta intertwine
I'm going
the
to.
two.
Now listen to what I'm telling you. It's called the household, right? It's a household.
Yep.
It's a household, right? The household won't run without both.
That's a
right?
fact.
True.
Right?
Yes.
What keeps the household going?
Logic, nigga.
Exactly. Men leading.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we lead.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we think with logic. We think with logic. We make decisions off of logic.
Right. I agree.
That's what keeps the household
I'm
going.
not arguing with that.
I know. But what I'm telling you is that women think and make decisions off of emotions.
I know.
They will bury the house off of
Because they
emotions.
mad at some, yes, I
They
know.
will bury the house.
I know.
You understand
I know
what I'm
this,
saying?
Mo. I know this.
I know you know that, but what I'm saying is when you're speaking to women, when you the answers that you gave, when you're speaking to women,
You got to reconstruct
you're
them.
not thinking about how they
feel.
think.
No, emotionally.
Fuck they
yes.
feel.
No, how
you're
they
not
think,
thinking about
think
how they make
emotionally.
decisions.
Yeah, because you
Let me
You're
stop
not
you.
thinking about that.
Let me stop you.
Because
let me stop you. Let me
Because
stop you.
I'm saying, hold on. I'm saying when you said, yo, you rather this, you rather that. I'm telling you that women
Is not
They
thinking that
driven up-
logic.
they not.
And-
They
and-
don't
and-
give a.
yo,
They
so
don't
hold on,
give
hold
a
on.
fuck about
Yo,
that.
yeah, I get that, bro.
A
I get
bitch will
that.
watch you
But this is
go
is where
down
we
into
drive
the fucking
point.
ground.
This is where we drive the point. I know this.
I know you
My-
know that.
hold
I
on.
know you
I've
know
been
that.
Dealing with women my whole life. I know this.
Bro, I know
But
you
when
know
it-
that.
When, hold on. So when they ask us for insight, right? I got 4 sisters, right? When they ask a nigga for insight, and I give them insight. See, my sisters is intelligent. When they asking me, they wipe their emotions away and say, "What is my logical brother thinking?" Right?
See,
and I
that-
give it
that-
now. Whatever they do after that is on them. But
Nah.
my message that I'm conveying to I know they gonna move how they gonna move because
That's
they're
what I'm
emotional beings.
saying.
But yo,
Listen.
hold on.
Go ahead.
When you give
Yeah.
them a little bit of insight to think about something, right? Because with a woman, all you need to do is plant a seed. You got a seed planted, and you done came home to a whole sprout of shit. So I'm planting the seed because niggas is scared to say it. Preacher Bishop ain't scared to say it.
No,
I
we
tell
know
my
that.
wife
That's
all of
that's
that.
not-
No,
that's
what I'm
not the
saying, but I
problem.
want them to, because we always considering their feelings and how they think.
You gotta
Consider
stop.
us and how we think.
They not going
I
to.
don't care, but I'm telling you to. So, yeah, I don't care. And I want a man to take charge. I want a man to put me. Well, I'm telling you to consider our feelings.
That's
Straight
what
up
I
and
no,
down.
but that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Am I wrong?
What I'm trying to tell you, no, you're not wrong.
But it's like
You're
how
not
we
wrong
gonna
with what you're
work
saying.
this in
But what I'm
with
saying
our-
is, listen to me, bro. Hear me out.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying you wrong with what you're saying. I'm a man, so you're not wrong to me.
Right.
I'm telling you, when you dealing with your woman or any
Yes.
woman,
Yes, doggy.
You
But
have
I'm
to
telling
understand-
You, I
you
know
not
these
letting me
women that
finish.
think like us.
you not let me finish. There is women that think like us when they're talking to us, not when they're dating us.
That's
Okay, so I'm
That's
talking
the
to women
problem.
that's dating
When
us.
you brought up your sisters, they're
Yeah.
not dating you.
Yeah.
So you know what they say?
I'm giving
my
them-
logical brother. Tell me what you thinking. You know what they do?
Am I not giving them the
You know-
right advice?
You are, but they going back and doing whatever the fuck they want to do as
I
women.
just said that, Mo. I said I know y'all going
I
to do whatever
know.
y'all want to do.
But
But
that's why he
but
said-
you're
I'm giving
but
you the
you
advice.
But that's why
but
he
you
said it's
are
the difference
talking
between-
as if your advice is helping
gonna
your
work.
it's going to work. It's not.
So what we supposed to give them?
No, it's not about what we're supposed to give them. I'm telling you, when you talk to them, this is what I want all of us to understand as men. When you talking to them, always keep in mind how they think. Appeal to that. Don't appeal to logic. Yo, what you want me to be? You think I'm gonna fuck with some gay niggas? I'm just saying.
Yo, bro, I do, and
appeal-
I'm tired, nigga. I'm tired. I've been doing this shit
No,
my
you
whole
tired.
life. I'm
You tired. No, hold on,
of
hold on.
appealing to what y'all
You
talking
tired.
about. No,
You tired.
Fuck that.
You tired because you be trying to be logical
No,
with
nigga,
emotional
who
women,
you
bro.
talk-
I'm
Dog,
telling
who-
you.
Hold on. Act like you know me, though. Well, act like we blood cousins. Nigga, I've been Lance Romance. It don't matter.
It does.
Because you're going to go through it.
Does. You're
But
gonna
I'm telling y'all,
you're gonna go through it. But I'm telling you, what would cut it quick? What would cut it quick is instead of listen, you gonna pay these bills? Okay. That's the logic we need to fucking use. Not the logic of I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm mad. I like you. I love you. So you think I'm gonna fuck with these bitches?
From women,
huh?
Bills is a different thing from women.
No, it's not.
I don't know about your household, okay?
Listen,
because bills don't even come up in my household. What comes up is women.
They don't come up because you don't bring it up. That's the point I'm making.
Well, I gotta bring it up when I'm gonna do it.
Because that's what appeal. Because you know what that shit gonna do? Emotionally, it's gonna rile her the fuck up when you tell her you gonna pay these bills.
Doggy,
she gonna shut the fuck up.
She knows that already.
No, you gotta say it.
I've been said it.
Because
I said it before, but I'm not gonna rub it in their face.
No.
You
know why? Listen, let me tell you something.
You
know why? You know why?
Do your part.
It's not about that, bro.
It's
about when you having a whole argument, bro. Your win in the argument is I'm doing this because of this. Past that. I'm doing it because of this. So you gotta stop. We gotta stop trying to argue with them on their playing ground. Mm-hmm. You gotta argue with them on our playing ground. That's what I'm trying to say. But with how they think. Because you know how a woman thinks? Oh, I want to be taken care of. I want this. I want that. That's cool. But then when you say to a woman, yo, we doing this. We trying to make this happen. We trying to make that happen. All they thinking about, but there's bitches involved. But when you say, yo, you know what? Fuck it. I'ma stop. But you gotta pay these bills.
Yeah.
You know what happens now? Panic.
The whole shit switch.
You know why? Because you inserted something in their brain that they wasn't thinking about. Because a woman will say to you, don't fuck with this, don't fuck with that, don't do this. Why you gotta do that? And then they worried about the bills. They worried about the bills.
Let me say
but guess what?
Mo.
Huh?
Let me say something. You're absolutely right and true. But then give it 6 months, nigga. And it'll be right back.
You gotta have, but
shit.
No, hey, you right. But I'm gonna say this though. You gotta bring the same argument.
Yeah, you gotta be consistent.
My argument gonna be stronger.
Yeah,
but it don't matter.
You're gonna have to always. You're gonna have to repeat yourself.
Damn straight.
Let's not get yo. Listen.
And I hate repeating myself. See, this
men
the thing.
off.
When y'all bitches be like, "Oh, my man crazy, he's psycho." No, you think he only crazy and psycho to the other fucking people out there, bitch. I'm crazy and psycho to you too. So
men
I
are
tell
from
you, I don't
Mars.
like repeat
Women
myself
are from
because I'm
Jupiter.
gonna explain myself so extravagantly to you. Because nobody else deserves this.
Exactly.
I'm going to give you everything.
I'm going
then
above and
2
beyond.
days later,
for you.
when you say, did you say that shit and y'all going to do it? You didn't listen to a fucking word I told you the other night? And I explained myself exponentially? See? This is what I'm talking about. I'm not playing candy coated with none of y'all.
All right.
I got mine, nigga. I'm happy.
All right.
I'm all right.
All right.
But I'm telling y'all how you gonna keep a fucking man.
All right.
And you gonna keep a real nigga who work on the car, work
All right.
on the
Hold
lawn,
on.
and all that shit.
Hold on.
You
All
want that.
All right.
You want that.
All right.
Leave that nigga alone.
Elijah has a show.
Let's go. We pulling up with my brother Elijah.
Pulling up with Elijah.
I got my brother
So,
Sway in the building.
listen.
Crazy. Yo,
Elijah.
Yes, sir.
Final thoughts, Elijah.
Yes, sir.
Final thoughts. Where can they find you? You know what they need to look forward to. Let them know, brother.
Man, just keep your eyes open, man. I mean, you see me, salute me. You know what I'm saying? You can follow me on Instagram at IAMELIJAH, the number 2X. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I got thousands and thousands of shit in the archive. So when I start dropping, it is on. Like, you want to network, you want to link, you just better get in with
Y'all better get with that, boy.
What's your email where they reach you at?
Fucking
email,
hey,
Twitter,
hit him on the Instagram. He just told me.
DM me, and we go from there. You know what I'm saying? Niggas
what's your Instagram?
At IAMELIJAH, the number 2X. You know what I mean? Like I said, nigga, I'm from Philly. Like, all this whole shit out here, nigga, we don't do whole shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas said me, like, we gonna start building it. But once I start getting on my road and I'm start doing this, the same niggas who had the opportunity to get in with me, Don't try to get in with me, then, cause bro, I'm on to something else. Like I ain't gonna lie, like
Cause that shit dead at that point.
That shit dead. Now I'm texting.
Hey, I just want to let you know I still love y'all, but I'm giving y'all the
You
real.
already know what it is.
Nah, we was just speaking our truth. It's all right. It's all right. All right, Elijah. Definitely want to thank you for coming through. You feel me? They know where to find you. They know what the fuck to do. You feel me? They know what the fuck is up.
If
you
they
know
want
what
to
I'm
listen
saying?
to music, they can go ahead, fucking Apple Music, Spotify, whatever, YouTube, whatever. Just type in ELIJAH2X, ELIJAH, the number 2X, and I'm gonna pop up. I got a shit jumping right now. Backstabbers. That's what I was turning up in Philly. Everybody call it fake love, but it's Backstabbers. Another drink that I was rolling with down here was called Rose Petals. I've been burning that bitch down. Rest in peace to my youngin'. You know what I mean? I got a song with him. You know what I mean? We got New Wave out, you know what I'm saying? So check out that New Wave and that 100 round, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to him, you know what I mean? That shit hurt my heart. He committed suicide. That's another thing that I want to speak up before, because too many people out here going through a lot of shit, you know what I mean? And everybody feel like they got to fake it. And too much, and when you faking shit, you holding too much shit in, and you're not being real, you know what I'm saying? That's why you need brothers, you know what I'm saying? So these is my brothers right here, you know what I'm saying? If we going through some shit, bro, you know what I mean? You need that motherfucker that you could call and just vent to, and cry, whatever you gotta say. But get that shit out, man. Find somebody that you could talk to, whatever. Because I don't want another situation to happen to somebody else that happened to my guy, man.
You heard it. You heard him. You heard him. I ain't mean to play that, but you heard him.
I know what it meant.
You heard him. I meant to drop the bomb, but guess what? You heard him. You know what I'm saying? Listen, talk to your peoples. Check on your peoples. Check on everybody you love. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is real, bro.
Rich Mo, Preacher Bishop.
Yeah.
My nigga ELIJAH2X. 2X. Not the 1X, not the L, not the large, not the medium. ELIJAH2 motherfucking X. You know what I'm saying? And Black Ink Radio, stay tuned in. We doing what the motherfuck we doing. And yeah.
You're now tuned in to Black Ink Radio.